Chris Evans has won many hearts with his portrayal of Captain America, but would he achieve the same level of success if he starred in Demon Slayer? Would he still stand up for righteousness and be a glorified Hashira, or would he tread into the darkness and become Muzan's most powerful upper moon demon? Chris Evans would surely have a lot to offer to either role and add more depth to the universe. Let's see what Captain America in Demon Slayer would be like. Sit tight, hold on to your Nichirin swords, and let's begin. One of Hollywood's most recognizable and adaptable performers, Chris Evans is well known for his powerful depictions of bravery, sensitivity, and nuanced emotions. His ascent to fame has been characterized by a blend of calculated professional decisions, outstanding performances, and charisma, which makes him an ideal candidate for imaginative scenarios such as his integration into the Demon Slayer universe. His acting career started in the early 2000s, when he played a conventional jock in a teen comedy called Not Another Teen Movie, showcasing his comedic timing and willingness to experiment with genre conventions. His role in Fantastic Four shed light on his ability to balance action and humor, qualities that would later define his most famous character, Captain America. Evans' career took a monumental turn when he was cast as Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His portrayal was praised widely by both critics and fans alike, who appreciated the sincerity and depth he brought to the role. It is impossible to overestimate Evans' influence on the MCU. He led the Avengers franchise and starred in successful movies, including Avengers Endgame, which became the most successful movie at the global box office in 2019. In addition to being essential to the MCU's overarching narrative, his portrayal of Captain America had a significant impact on how the superhero genre developed, going beyond straightforward action scenes to explore themes of morality, identity, and responsibility. Despite being best known for his role as Captain America, Evans has proven his range as an actor in a variety of other projects. In Snowpiercer, he played a gritty, emotionally scarred revolutionary in a post-apocalyptic world. The role was a stark departure from the clean-cut image of Steve Rogers, highlighting Evans' ability to delve into darker, more complex characters. Similarly, in Gifted, he portrayed a man raising his prodigiously gifted niece, showcasing his capacity for sensitive and emotionally driven roles. Evans has also ventured into directing, making his directorial debut with the romantic drama Before We Go. His passion for storytelling extends beyond acting, as he continues to explore new avenues within the film industry. He is also known for his activism and social justice work. A Starting Point, a civic engagement platform that he hoped would encourage an informed dialogue on political and social issues, further reflects his commitment to using his platform for positive change. Imagine Chris Evans stepping into the perilous universe of Demon Slayer, where his real-life portrayals of strength and resilience are reimagined in a world teeming with mythical warriors and demonic adversaries. His journey in this universe would explore themes of leadership, sacrifice, and the constant battle between light and darkness, mirroring the challenges his iconic characters have faced on screen. As we venture further into this imaginative fusion, let's consider how Evans' portrayal of heroic and tragic figures would enrich the Demon Slayer narrative, blending his moral complexity, courage, and inner conflict into this epic saga of survival and redemption. Visualize the Demon Slayer world, but with a twist. Chris Evans playing the role of the Star Hashira. Chris Evans' superhero origins, especially his characterization of Captain America, are a mirror image to the concept of the Star Hashira. Here, in the Demon Slayer universe, Evans would represent a guardian, a leader, and more than anything, a shining light of hope. Values that resonate deeply in his personality and in the work he has done. Chris Evans' portrayal as a Hashira in the Demon Slayer universe and his unwavering strength in the face of malevolent forces and conflicts have awarded him with an esteemed stature as a beacon of hope and defender of the Demon Slayer core. He has risen to exalted rank as a Hashira, which comes with many acts of courage, rescuing villages and rallying fellow Slayers into battle with a never-faltering determination. He deems it his obligation to not only impart his wealth of knowledge about combat to his young core disciples, but also the utmost necessity of always striving for what is right. He is an emblem of unity during times of confusion and unrest, just as Evans has been seen in his other superhero roles. The Star Hashira's persona is both evocative and practical. His haori, the traditional Hashira jacket, is a vibrant deep blue with red and white highlights, expressing his strength, loyalty, and patriotism. The star insignia on the back is an homage to Evan's renowned shield in the MCU, supporting the concept that the star Hashira leads from the front lines, guarding those under his command. The design is also surrounded by stripes that evoke a sense of unity and valor. This is reminiscent of military insignia and underlines his function as an administrator who empowers his peers with unity and heroism. The Haori, somewhat longer back, adds theatrical flair to combat, enhancing his imposing presence. With prowess and swiftness, the star Hashira has the ability to wield a katana unlike any other. In an elegant yet threatening fusion of steel and white, the blade embodies a combination of sharpness and purity. The grip is heavily covered with thick leather and provides a firm grip within the storm of battle, and the tsuba, the guard between the blade and the handle, is designed as a shield with a central star emblem that unmistakably links the weapon to Evan's characterization of Captain America. A reflection of Captain America's shield throws is the katana's profound capability to emanate shockwaves with each powerful swing. This feature kills two birds with one stone. It protects the allies and keeps the enemies at bay, enabling Star Hashira to defend his people while also creating a passage through swarms of enemies. For protection, he does wield a shield reminiscent to his original shield from Captain America, with a different design according to the era and style. He wears the shield because his mission has always been to protect the innocent. That's why he decides to use the shield alongside the katana. This killer combo is the perfect Demon Slayer butcher, as a Hashira that surely makes even upper moons tremble. With an emphasis on inspiration, administration, and protection, the star Hashira employs distinctive star-breathing techniques, strong offensive and defensive strategies that reflect his dual roles as a leader and a warrior define this breathing style. This breathing technique has 5 forms that include Form 1, the Star Slash. A strong horizontal slash that unleashes a powerful shockwave. Star Slash functions as an area-clearing attack, where it forces enemies to backpedal, clearing space for his teammates to retreat. This attack strategy underscores the strategic capability of commanding the battlefield for the safety of his comrades. Form 2, Shield of Valor. The star Hashira adopts a defensive posture, creating an energy barrier to shield his companions from potential harm. His dedication to protecting others at all costs is reflected in this form, much as Captain America's unwavering determination to protect those he is tasked with protecting. Form 3, Rallying Charge. The star Hashira's swift thrust in this form not only causes damage, but also energizes his comrades, increasing their fighting prowess and morale. This tactic embodies his capacity to motivate people around him to persevere in the face of insurmountable obstacles. Form 4, Guardian's Dance. The Dance of the Guardian is a swift, relentless attack that overwhelms his enemies while he gathers his comrades to himself so he may fight alongside them. This is a form in which he can lead by example for people to follow him into battle. Form 5, Heroic Strike. The Heroic Strike is a powerful downward slash that follows through to create a tremendous shockwave. This makes it a finishing move and a morale booster for his allies. The sheer power behind this attack inspires courage in those around him, while incapacitating remaining enemies with the shockwave. Chris Evans as the star Hashira would be the epitome of unstirred bravery and leadership with justice. He has a powerful presence on the battlefield, which evokes confidence and unifies his comrades. The star Hashira is more than a warrior. He is an illustration of optimism, similar to Evans' depiction of Captain America. His strong sense of responsibility and unwavering determination to protect the innocent have earned him immense admiration and respect within the Demon Slayer Corps. The star Hashira is always 2 steps ahead, grounded and composed, but also calculated and focused. It's as if he stands under the weight of the world and still manages to stand upright, even with all odds stacked against him. His aura is strong and reassuring, making him a reliable leader to turn to in times of crisis and need. On the flip side, what if Chris Evans would have fallen into an evil side story and had been seduced to join Muzan's forces as a demon against humanity? It is the fallen demon who represents the darker and more complex aspects of Chris Evans' potential character in the Demon Slayer universe. As an Upper Moon 3, this iteration of Evans' character would carry the burden of his former life as a soldier, now warped by the dark power of Muzan Kibutsuji. The fallen demon would have a ghostly appearance. His skin would be stark white, contrasting sharply with his deep red, molten eyes that swirl with malice and sadness. The The kanji for Upper Moon 3 would glow faintly in gold around his irises, adding to the intimidating aura that surrounds him. He would be attired in a battle-worn soldier's uniform, which is a remnant of his former life. The high-collar jacket would have tarnished metals sewn all over it that represent his lost comrades and battles fought. The pants would be fitted but worn, giving him ease of movement, and the dark boots would reflect his steadfast nature. He would wear a black belt with a star in the center as a buckle. Dark ash-like marks on his outfit would depict the tales of battle and losses, which would add more to his fallen character. But in spite of his disheveled appearance, there would be deep crackling power building up, ready to boil over at the slightest provocation. The aura of the fallen demon would be heavy and melancholic. His presence would evoke a sense of vanishing energy, reminiscent of someone who has fought and lost too many battles, both externally and internally. He would emanate both strength and sorrow, a complicated mixture of power and regret. In place of a traditional weapon, the fallen demon would conjure a shield called the Ethereal Shield through his blood demon art. This shield would be adorned with the names of his fallen comrades, which would be both a reminder of his past and a source of his power. It would glow with a ghostly light, symbolizing the lives he failed to protect. Fallen demon would wield a unique blood demon art called Echoes of the Fallen. He would use this ability to draw power from the memories and emotion of lost comrades. The spirits of all his comrades which did not get peace would become weapons for the battlefield. He would summon shadowy remnants of fallen soldiers and use them as decoys to confuse the enemy. Each phantom would carry the emotional weight from its previous life, which would make it more substantial on the battlefield. The fallen demon would create afterimages of himself to mislead his opponents and negate the probability of them hitting him. This ability would wrap the battlefield into a thick mist of shadow that obscures the view and covers the movements of the fallen demon. He would unleash a haunting sound wave, called the Valor Echo, that disorients enemies by carrying the sacrifices of fallen soldiers, weakening their morale and weakening their determination. The wave would carry a fragment of the fallen demon's own blood, binding the valor of his fallen comrades to his heart. The fallen demon unleashes his ultimate attack, Celestial Desolation, a catastrophic wave of dark energy that deprives all strength of an enemy within its grasp. This malevolent wave would echo with the spirits of his fallen comrades whom he lost to battle, intensifying its potency while sapping the resolve of enemies, leaving them both physically and mentally weakened. As the dark tide recedes, shadows dance about the fallen demon, a poignant reminder of his ties to former glories and the turmoil of his present. Once a valiant leader, he now bears the crushing weight of innumerable losses and unfulfilled regrets. The transformation into a demon would have perverted his sense of honor, entangling him in the dark forces that bind him. Yet a flicker of his former self endures, clinging desperately to the ideals of justice and leadership he once championed, whispering faintly of the man he used to be. The internal struggle between his former self and his current demon form make him one of the more complex demons in the Demon Slayer universe. His battles are not just physical, but equally emotional in nature, as he grapples with the new identity and the loss of his humanity. Despite his allegiance to Muzan Kibutsuji, Chris Evans, the fallen demon, yearns for redemption, trying to find a way to atone for all the lives he could not save. And that's all on Chris Evans in the Demon Slayer universe, as both the star Hashira and the fallen demon. Which side do you think suits Chris Evans best, as a demon or as a Hashira? Share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more exciting content.